Okay. I fixed it. Okay, so I was gonna say we may have a good opportunity today to short the E-mini. We'll see. Treasuries are moving up. Oh, that was a pretty strong move there. Hmm. Wonder what the deal was with that. Thank you, Jay, Jay Constant, for pointing that out. So I'm a little off today because, oh man, so I'm getting ready, right? And I just get out of the shower, and my garage starts opening. I'm like, oh my gosh, the garage is opening. But it's not a huge deal because my garage has just opened on its own a few times. Like, uh, like maybe somebody around here has like the same garage code as me or something like that, you know? Anyways, so I go downstairs to check and open up the door. And when I open up the door, my stepson opens up the door instead. And it really freaked me the F out. So yeah, I and then there was like no food. And then I forgot to start the stream. So yeah, silly me. Mm-mm. Anyways, the first impulse off of the open was higher. I suspect we may get more of that. Let's make this smaller. All right. Mm-mm. What else we got here? Well, oh no. Oh no. Yeah, it looks like we got a few things messed up here, but that's okay. I think mm, probably was safe to buy there, but now it's probably too late. This is just all happening on its own, too. Well, that's curious. Are we getting some news? No. We'll see if we can take it with one contract. Well, I'd rather not. I'd rather not. I'll be right back. I need to get my water. All right, that's a little better. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, good morning, Ron. I guess I could have bought 10. Man, you know, I looked at it and I was like, oh, this is. I've already missed this one. Now it's at 02? Man. It's not really getting all that excited either. Nope. Trying to take it as she goes, and they're just not doing it. Oh, there you go. Well, the way that filled wasn't the best, but I think that that's going to continue. I'm saying good. My first target is in a good spot too. So, what's up, my gamer? Well, I do play games, but we are trading the markets. Really, you think about it, the stock market is the longest running, most popular, massive online multiplayer game of all time. Think about it. It really is, right? It's been going since the 80s. So it's been going for like almost 30 years now online. It's massive multiplayer, and it's kind of a game. It's a game you can make money at. Pretty, yeah, I think it's appropriate, right? And there's Uzi. Good morning, guys. Sorry, I just completely spaced. I don't know what the deal was. Well, I know what the deal was. It was, I'll tell the story again. I'm getting out of the shower. Everything looks good. I'm on time and everything. And then I can hear the garage opening because the garage is like right under my bedroom. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is my garage opening? My parents wouldn't be coming over here. They're the only ones that have to go to the garage. So I go down there to open it up. And this has happened before where like my garage is opened and it just happened to be like a stray radio ray or something like that, And well, this isn't working. I'm gonna try and get out. Anyways, and so I go to open the door, and the door opens for me, and it's my stepson, and he forgot his shoes, but it scared the bejesus out of me. And then at that point, I completely forgot to come back and turn on the stream and all that stuff. So little behind, but I think we got everybody. We got 8 people now, so I don't think we lost anybody. It still is better to have everybody here for the first little bit. But what I was saying at the beginning on the open is we come over to the charts. The E-mini had a little bit of a tumble overnight, and they're right on some. They bounced right off some key support levels. So I think that there's a really good chance that the E-mini is going to push down and break down today. And Tuesday would kind of all be on time and in line. So I'm really paying attention to that. I'm tempted to just come over here and just like outright click it, but I think I'm gonna wait. By the way, I should add over here some stuff to the E-mini. Let's just add our level 2 change column onto it. So if there's something weird happens over there, we can take a trade. See, this is not cooperating. Da, 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 da. All right. The thing was, is I knew when I got filled there was a good chance that was going to happen to me just because the whole move was like chasing it, So like if you're chasing it and then finally you get filled on limit, that's might be coming back on you. Probably should have been a little bit more concerned about that than I did. I should have tried getting out of it earlier. But it's okay because I knew it was a high risk trade, so I only took it on one contract. So. What else we got here? U.S. Philadelphia Fed non-manufacturing PMI 12 versus a previous of 28. Well, O1 there is kind of telling us, something, I think. It's like, yeah, screaming at me, Seth, you're probably not going to get filled there. Which means, by the way, that I probably got out at the wrong spot. Let's just try one real quick here. Make sure I move that over there. Oh yeah, no, what else? We also got to change the date. Today is the 25th. There we go. Maybe we do get, maybe we can get filled at L1. Maybe we can get filled at 128 even. I think that would be even better. Okay. Might have missed it. That was a kind of a funky one. Oh, it's definitely going to go. Okay. It was a good stack, but they pushed it back down. I might just be wrong about this one. Yeah, this is just not an incredibly. See, that is where I wanted to get filled. I got a little excited there. There's a big bid showing up below us, 127.16. Half. Oh, that's probably not significant. The watch if something changes at that 25. Got a roadblock at 25, been hanging out all morning. Yes. From going way back, they've had a hard time getting through that. And pretty much the same spot in the 10. The 5-year, it's a little bit further up. It's at 9.25. Right now, it looks like I got in a pretty balanced area. 5K iceberg at 01? Hmm. It's interesting that that's not creating more chaos. I guess E-mini kind of moving up gently too. So there's 2. That's not good. So far, seems like I'm reading this wrong. Yeah. That one went down way too easily. So we probably need to just back off here. I could have been way more patient on that one, and I could have gotten 128 even. It would have been a good spot. Better spot. I don't know if it's a super great spot now that it's come all the way back the way that it has. Excuse me. Oh, you know what? This is wrong because it has delta. And it's doing the colors. Huh. Maybe not. I was just noticing when I look at my tick chart. Why am I on the wrong screen? When I look at my tick chart, most of the bars are orange. That's not normal. Why are those orange? I might have something that's coloring them wrong. Anyways. Yeah, I just realized I had it on the wrong screen. Oh, I'm so surprised that they're coming back to 31.5. Although, it looks like it's mostly profit taking and there's a bit of absorption on the buyer side. Not nearly as much as there was when we were moving up, but Yeah. Okay. So that was pretty strong uptick. 127.31.5 was yesterday's RTH high. Mm. Let's see here. You are correct, sir. I'm just surprised that we had such a strong move up, and the way that it came back and everything. I think was just a little bit surprising to me. And here I am trying to catch it, every step of the way. That one right there was a decent. That one down here was a decent trade until that iceberg showed up. Prior supply, now demand. Probably. Did anyone else short 30 yesterday? They traded like 50K at that level. Did they really? Should make note of that. Oh, Donald Trump tweeted about June being really good again. Didn't he tweet that yesterday? Uh, hmm. Hmm. See, this is a little slow. I love how there's these super big orders way at the edge. So like down here at 17, they're adding it. Okay. Okay. Look at some of these big orders up above us though. Oh, there's definitely probably more bets on it going long than it going short. So other story, I go to work and they're having like a hackathon. So um, I thought maybe they were going to change our room, but like I was looking at Slack and didn't see anything about it. And I went in and like looked like the room was free, and they said that they were using the other rooms. So I'm like, okay, this is cool. There was another guy in there a refugee. He was kicked out of his room because they needed it for the hackathon. So I'm like, okay, this is cool. Do it, do everything, go into lunch, come back. They're having a meeting in my room. And they're like, can we have you go because we're having private meetings and we need this room for this week. And I'm like, fine, I'll just go home. So apparently I am working from home this week. So the point of that was I know at least John, we have something that we can fix today. So after you're done trading, give me a message and hopefully I see that. And anyone else, I will be around. So boom, boom, boom. But I was just so offended the way that they asked me. They're like, you can't be here. It's like, this is my room. Good grief. They were having sensitive meetings, though. Not like, I know anything about enough of what's going on for any of what they say to matter to me, but. Yeah, no. That would be cool. Yeah. I really want to. I could write that indicator with my cumulative delta, but I'm interested to see it work with the jigsaws. Ooh, which brings me to another point. Um, Futures.io is doing another journaling contest for June, and one of the prizes is that Ninja Trader license, and I still want it. But I'm thinking like I got to do something different. Not for June, for July rather. It could be worse. It could be like, yeah, you kind of don't work here anymore. Like so the thing is at my work, my team kind of exists because they made some poor design decisions very, very early on in the company's history, created an um, extremely difficult database, and it's hard to make anything. So we're there because they didn't properly think about how to, create testing data and things like that. But we've done a good job. We've created some tools, and pretty much everything that they need and that we've worked on is like in maintenance mode. So like right now, we're just moving it over to another server, and then I'm pretty sure that they're going to move us over to other teams. So I am kind of like every time, every time, because sometimes it's pretty quiet because they just don't need help very often anymore because everything just works. I did too good of a job, guys. This is my problem. I need to make everything super difficult and like pretend that it's always broken so that I never have to go and do something new. But it'll be nice to do something new because I was getting a little bored of what we're doing. Anyways, just buy, it. I slapped a credit card and spread it over 5 months. Trading fees keep my credit scores baller. Rough. Well, I mean, the thing is the reason I originally started the YouTube was to get that license. So if they're doing the contest again, I think this is the first time they've done it where that was the prize. So if they're doing this again, I think I should go for it. But I think I need to do something maybe a little bit different for July. Maybe that something a little bit different is just maybe making a more in-depth post about what I'm doing instead of just posting a video in there every day or something. But I want to go for it. I think I can win it. I think the some of the stuff I've got going. Sorry, I'm kind of losing my track of my thoughts. I really want to buy it. What is the e-mini doing here? I don't like what I just saw there because equities took a few little steps higher, and that was causing treasuries to buy. So now there seems to be a positive correlation between equities and treasuries, except for that equities is leading it, which doesn't make sense for a positive correlation. Positive correlation should be treasuries move up, E-mini moves up. No comments on monetary policy from Feds Williams. Maybe that's what that was. Well, I don't think I'm going to get filled at 02. Or maybe I should have just taken the opportunity at 05, but it's probably too late now. I could try this again. Actually, I don't want to do it at 02 because there's too much there. Hey, so how's it going? I haven't seen you. Didn't see you yesterday. I guess before that, I'd been gone. I'm frustrated because I want to buy it, but of course I've already screwed it up a bunch of times, and I'm not actually being given a clear signal. You can look at the correlations on CME in their quick strike tools section. Oh, I didn't know that they had that. That they had a correlation matrix. That would be useful. And JB's suggestion that a rising tide lifts all boats is an interesting thought. I mean, the whole thing that like there's enough money out there that they can just buy everything it makes me really uneasy though. Oh, there you go. I do have an indicator that kind of sort of works that shows you correlation, but it kind of has some issues because it's a multiple instrument indicator, and when you got instruments that are that different, they don't always line up, and so you get issues like that. Slowly the markets become empty all in the holidays. Yeah, that's exactly. We're definitely in summer trading. Like even before the FOMC and the markets were going kind of crazy, there was a lot of opportunity, but it was still a very mean reversion market. Like good grief, that day that I don't even want to think about it, but you guys know what I was about. Swisso knows what I was about to say, right? It comes back on you, and there just even today we had a really pretty strong move up, and it reverted. But the thing is that so when I'm looking for like a reversion signal, um, I did see the opportunity down there at like what was it at 128. Um, but I wasn't getting like a clear reversal signal when it happened. You're probably only going to get that on the upswings though. And so then I'm sitting here looking at it like, oh, I could buy O1. No. It seems like they're pulling tricks. Like they want me to buy O1 so that they could do what they just did there. And then get a few people panic and sell. And then they're accumulating, I think. I believe that that's what's going on. E-mini is just buying. It's a pretty strong buy there. Surprisingly enough, I'm not getting any kind of real indication from the E-mini that like that's gonna stop. If you want to be short, then do it now. I don't think I want to be short though. Well, I do kind of want to be short the E-mini. I don't know about if after that though. Actually, you know what? So I missed that one again. See, treasuries look like they're gonna move up. Hmm. NQ comes back to my face. If I get filled on this trade in the E-mini, it is a little questionable. I think that I've got to keep a close eye on it because it is. I do see a little bit of reversion coming in, but it was after a relatively decent move up, and there's a good chance that it could continue moving up. It didn't really like overextend. Boeing now parking grounded 737 MAX planes in car lots. Swizzle says, look at how they hit the bid, not in the offer. You talking about in the treasuries? Well, so uh, what I'm seeing is that when they uh, when they hit the bids, um, it just goes all at once. That right there at 05 or 0.5 is like the first time that I've actually seen like uh iceberging, clear iceberging. And what do you know? They tick up at 01. I FOMO hard time. Well, I'm what I saw in Bitcoin. Hold on, I gotta focus my mind here a second. What I'm seeing in Bitcoin is that there appears to have been increased interest on this last move up. I think that you're starting to get more retail and regular people buying into this. You are seeing a lot of tether. And the problem with the tether is that we don't know where the tether is coming from. We don't know if it's real. Um, I would be really surprised if, I mean, it would be awfully scary if all of that tether was fake. Probably some big people are actually buying tether and putting it to work in the markets, but it just seems like way too much money to me. And we are like way crazy overbought. But anytime that I see a move that attracts retail interest, there's usually more in it. There's usually at least one more buy before the top. And I said that yesterday. Today and overnight, you're still seeing a little bit of a move up. So I think that's what you might see is you might see another move or two in Bitcoin before it collapses. But if you're not in, your risk reward here is just not very good. So I'm just not touching the Bitcoin right now. It's unfortunate that it went without giving me an entry, but when you have a strategy, that's going to happen. Sometimes you're going to miss a winner. It's okay. Um, so the E-mini is pretty set there, but they did tick up. Just as I said that, they ticked up. Yeah. And Swiss says yes. I assume when talking about the takes. So there was another thing that I was going to say, Swisso, and that is that when they're buying, that there appears to be overextension. Like it'll move up, everybody gets excited, and then it reverts back on you. And that to me is an indication that the daily trend is higher. But so far right now, you're not really getting a very, very good momentum on the upside as the bulls seem to have it right now, are they? And this is also still just going, so I think I'm just going to puke here. I mean, I have plenty more room, but that's just not... okay. I thought maybe I could... I think 15K soon. I think that I think that 15K is reasonable, but well, actually, let me do some math here. So now that it's 7 o'clock, I'm gonna... Yeah, it's at 11K right now. So at 11K, well, it was mine is reading at 107.30. That's 170 on my indicator. Okay, so 107.30 divided by 170 gives us a velocity factor of 63, which is a lot higher than it was. 63 times 200 is 12,600. So if you get above 12,600, then you're really starting to talk about crazy, crazy numbers in Bitcoin. So that's kind of why I feel like we may have a move up to 12 to 15K. But then there's a pullback starts to become a lot more likely. I'm mad about this in the treasuries because it did kind of do what I wanted. I just could never get filled. Down tick at O2, relatively significant. Now, the way that we've come back up here has been really calm. So it looks like you're getting some bubble up. Okay, non-military households would pay a war tax to help cover the healthcare of veterans of newly authorized wars under a new Beto O'Rourke campaign unveiled on Monday. That's like super weird. Okay. I bought Bitcoin at 32 and sold at 73. I doubled my money with iFOMO. Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is this move is different from the other moves. It's very different from the other moves. You're not getting the same kind of blockchain participation that you've had in past moves. Only just now are we actually even seeing transactions on the blockchain. And that I think is very concerning because it basically that to me means that you have a lot of speculators that made the money on low liquidity areas, and that means that it's going to be pretty easy for them to fight back and push down. You know, like if it comes back, it's just going to happen so fast. You're not going to be able to get out, especially for all these idiots that are buying it like 9 and 10K. No way, because it's going to lose like 50% of its value in a minute. By the time you're pulling up the sell button, you're already going to be underwater. That's what I think. That's why I just say, with the numbers that my indicator is giving me, I don't think that I can ever sit down and say the indicator shows us a a hard ceiling that Bitcoin just cannot move through. It certainly looks like that sometimes, and it certainly that's the way that it's behaved in the past. But I think that when you get into that situation, it's being carried by momentum, and you have no idea how far it can go. But what the indicator tells you in that situation is your risk reward is awful. Your risk reward is awful. You could still, I mean, like you could still maybe get a good, 50% move or something like that. But on the downside, you're looking at losing like 80% of your money. Bum, bum, bum. Well, the E-mini isn't giving me anything super clear here. And Crypto J says I made 2K in Bitcoin 14-hour close along and open short at 11,375. Well, I mean, it's weird. I feel like I would like to go short. If I had the ability to do it with options, I would totally buy puts. I would totally buy puts. But that's just like, oh, if I can put $150 on it on a bet like that, then it's totally cool. But like shorting it, man, it's so hard to do that in Bitcoin, because if you put on a short, any amount of shorts going on, the exchanges are just gonna come and liquidate you. You know, 20% of the long profit though. Okay, so cool. That's cool. That's a good way to do it. Yeah, I just I don't know. This move in Bitcoin is not the same. We're gonna see there's gonna be a pullback sooner or later, right? And then that's gonna give us a much better idea about where things really stand. You know? Yeah, I was hoping that we were gonna get some reversion going into the open and stuff, but now that we're 10 minutes into the hour and I'm not seeing anything really clear going on here in the E-mini, I think that it's probably best that I just don't touch it. I can maybe watch the open and maybe the E-mini will give me a trade after the open. Right now, it just doesn't look to me like the scenario that I thought might play out, where we come back to this open and we sell against it. It just doesn't seem like it's happening in a way that I can take a trade. So 20 minutes to the open and it's really quiet and it's not giving me a really clear spot. I have to go against momentum. And it's just kind of sitting there. Also, E-mini is, sorry, the 10-year looks pretty range bound too. So this is kind of like, don't trade, because it gets so crappy during this time period. Okay, well, wrong says that he shorted NQ. I mean, I may get something. We'll see. This 29.51, that is curious to me. So I'm just trying to widen my focus here, because I think that I'm getting a little bit like anxious, like that I'm afraid I'm going to miss an opportunity. My voice is cracking a lot today. Probably I'm trying to speak too softly. Nate Silver, we're working on a new metric for on-ball defense based on it's NBA. Yeah, nobody cares. The Warriors are probably going to win again. The only reason the Warriors didn't win this time was because they were all injured. Oh, not now, earlier in the morning. Yeah, I don't even have an NQ chart up. You can really see how the activity in the treasuries has really died down. Look at my chart. Look at my level 2 indicators. You see that that line? You see that? Yeah. They're not interested anymore. Zalidia, good morning. Always comes in and says hi. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate all the rest of you guys for watching today. Even when I, screw up and don't start the stream on time and miss a really good long trade and it happens. But we still have fun. I want to look at this right here. Yes, okay. Okay. So this spot right here, 29.47.50. That's what I want to keep an eye on. Kind of down here. X and X. Just so that I know where that volume profile area was. I'm going to go hold. If it goes back, that means I was wrong. So we didn't have enough momentum to shift the whole market down. So the thing that I find, so here's an interesting take on the market right now, because where I'm always looking at it from the perspective of treasuries, right? Let's just look at it from purely the perspective of the S&P 500. Well, right now we know, or at least the market is pricing in a rate cut, if not 3 rate cuts this year. There are some people that think that in July they're going to cut 0.5% instead of a quarter, which would be interesting. I've never seen that before. And when we cut rates, that buoys stocks. It's like decreasing the denominator, right? Your risk-free rate of return. It makes stocks move up. Okay, but we also know pretty much every company out there is reporting that their results for this next quarter aren't going to be as good. They're not making money. So, and yet we're still eyes. So, is the market really saying that the reduction in interest rates outweighs the fundamentals going on in the individual companies? So much so that we can be running at the high of the year. You know what I mean? It just doesn't seem right to me. NATO tells Russia to destroy new missile or face consequences. Tisk tisk. Yeah, see, it did move up again. 29.53. Treasuries look like that messed them up. Did I just are you still with me? I think we're okay. I don't know what just happened there, but like all of my I think that my internet just had a little hiccup. Yeah, I think we lost a few people. Got a decent number of people watching on Twitch today, by the way, so thank you guys. Would be nice. I do, well, I mean, I think it's best for me to focus most of my interests on, or sorry, my time on YouTube, because that's really where most people find us. You died for a second, but quick refresh, fix it. Okay, yeah, so I probably did drop a few frames and stuff there. But it didn't outright disconnect me. Anyways, a lot of people find us, and I need to make some new videos. I tried recording a video last night, but I didn't really have enough time to do it. It looked good though. I was a little scatterbrained, but I think it'd be better to do it on like a Saturday. I can have like my wife take the birds downstairs or something like that, and I can record up here on Adderall so I can focus my thoughts. Give a better delivery. But anyways, I think that could bring in new people, which is, you know, I want to help new traders that don't really know what's going on, because this is a side of the markets that people often don't see and that I think is really important, right? Anyways, but I still kind of hope that we get more people on Twitch, because, that's where you're going to get kids from. And, like that 19-year-old, that's somebody that could be really successful. And if somebody sees my I can still hear your sound on YouTube, at least. Not sure about the rest. I might need to check my router or something like that. So we came back quite a bit there in the E-mini, actually. If it does that again, I may just trigger it, In fact, we could try just 20. No, 25 is not really very good. Can try that. Anyways, if a 19-year-old came in, saw my stream on Twitch, and got interested in trading, and then ended up becoming a very successful trader, that would make this all worth it. Just that alone make coming in here and streaming this every morning worth it. Looks like offers at 25 on ZB are turning the volume down a little. Well, yeah, I see it just completely disappeared now, actually. Okay, so I don't like the way that I got filled there. I should be patient. Oh, so now it just died again. So like when that happens, I can see my tweet deck adjust itself. I'm not getting a lot of changes over here in the 30-year. Activity is maybe picking up again in Treasuries, though. Well, now we're reconnected. That's interesting. Yeah. Still with me, guys? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. That's, I have a really, really reliable internet connection, and it's never done anything like that. Yeah, I have a fiber optic connection, in fact. But maybe it's my router. I don't know. It's kind of weird. If it happens again, I'm gonna start investigating. But we still got y'all. Yeah. Okay. Looks like most people got reconnected, so I think we're okay. Anyways, so the question was, why don't you use trading technologies? So when I did that, when I first started, Jigsaw was really like the best, and I think that Jigsaw does have some things that trading technologies didn't, that I find useful. And you had to pay a ton to do trading technologies. Like the monthly fee was like ridiculous. Now since then, they've created packages that are a little bit more reasonable for retail traders. But I've already had bought the Jigsaw license at that point. So for me to move over to trading technologies, I would need to see something in there that is worth $500. You know what I mean? You'd have to show me that there's something about their technology that gives me an edge that can make me up $500 really quick to justify switching over. It seems like it's a good package. It seems like Sierra Charts is a pretty good package if you're on the cheap. Bookmap has some cool stuff. I think Bookmap is probably better than Jigsaw if you're doing equities, because it kind of shows you where the volume happened at. I think that's useful. And it's just kind of cool the way that that one works. But is it like, is it a significant edge one over the other one? Probably not. You can probably do the same things in both. Global interbank messaging giant Swift has revealed it will allow. Okay, so now we just got lost again. Shit. Drop Frames Network. What's going on? Okay. Well, if it's going to be like that, I think I probably need to get out of this, huh? I can't believe that I've had a disruption to my internet again. New format, I see. Oh, you know what? I should switch over to here. TT has DOMs for mobile? Yeah. I think for me, if I want to do mobile, I can always open up. I think Rhythmic has a mobile application. Hmm. All right. Well. Well, it just gave me a couple of favorable ticks in the equities, but I need to get out here. I've never been a huge fan of mobile tracking, but heck, I could do lots of monitoring and setting on the toilet. Well, if you were going to swing trade, Okay. I don't know what the hell is going on. So we are going to pull up the router. Okay, so I'm having so much trouble here. I'm going to try restarting my router really quick, all right? So we'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. And of course, the first impulse in the E-mini is going to be short. But that's okay because I really just, you don't want to be open in during the open. So that's okay. Disconnect that. So I restarted my router. We'll see if that was. So if I get another hiccup, oh, and it looks like we just got one right there. I'm just getting like really short ones. I don't know what's going on. The hell's my bunny upstairs is doing something weird too. No, that doesn't change anything. Bots was saying maybe you should just try running one of your streams, but what happens is I send it to a restreaming service and they split it up. This is a problem with my internet because my DOMs are going down too. So I don't know what the deal is. Also, my bunny is going crazy up there. I don't know what the deal is with that. So I'm going to go check a few things, right? Yeah, you might hear Bunny up there. Is it just chews on the plastic up there, I guess. Can you just hear it? It sounds like a knocking sound. He's like literally right, or she's literally right above me. Well, and just from what I'm seeing on my chart in the E-mini so far, I'm not seeing a lot of opportunity. They did sell, but not a ton. So I'm not too excited. I think that my internet service provider is just experiencing an unusual disruption. They might be getting attacked or something like that, you know? So let's give it, 15 minutes and see if anything happens. I do think that they're probably going to sell a little bit more. It's just, it's so. The impulse is so small and everything that I think that if you saw a short and you tried going along with it, you're likely to end up going, in the meat grinder. I'm so mad that I couldn't get in on this long in the treasuries still. Not my day to day, guys. Things just haven't been. I didn't have a good start. Having internet problems. None of my trades are working out. Okay, so what was the deal with that? want to be short, but it's hard to pick a spot here now because of what just happened. Traffic. Uh, I'm so pissed because I could be short, but the internet's fucked up. You know what I mean? I don't know if you're still with me, but I appreciate you guys trying to reconnecting and everything. I hope it's not a huge distraction to you. I have no clue why. Man, look at this. Look at this. What's going on? Was there a tweet? I think you sell that. No, I missed it. Plus, yeah, that. Oh, I'm so upset. Yes, don't get in. Wait for another pullback if you ever get that buy today. Yeah, I think that what we had there at 44 was probably it. Was a good one. I don't understand why the market's moving the way that it is right now, though. They're really selling it, though. They're gonna take it today. You could honestly sell the low here if it broke the low. And look at the way that the treasuries are moving up. Look at the way that the E-mini's moving. My internet looks a little bit more stable, but I think we should just wait. It's okay. Other days will come. I have to call the ISP and see what's going on. Oh, there it comes again. I'm almost thinking about just cutting the stream off. Good grief.